Okay, so in this lesson, I'm going to quickly show you the balloon template project that's available in the class materials. Although we're not going to be covering exactly how I made the balloons in this class, the template is there if you want to explore it yourself, but I just thought it would be way more fun to have something to put your pops on rather than just ending the class with a pop by itself. I thought it would be useful for you to see what we're going to be making and also what's included in the project so that it's in your brains before we get down to the nitty-gritty. It's not essential to follow along in this lesson, but if you want to, make sure you go to the class materials and download balloonstemplate.aep. We're going to be using it later anyway, so make sure you have it. So let's get to it. So this is my After Effects pop template. These are all the pops that I've made. So I'm going to supply the balloons template and I'm going to supply all the pops that I've made in the class materials, so make sure to check that out. So I'm just going to show you everything that I've made and then what we're going to make, and then I'll start a completely fresh After Effects project and we'll make the pop from scratch. So this is the balloons template, balloon 00. This is the balloons, so just hit play on this. These are the balloons popping with no animation at all. Okay, and then this is the pop that I'm gonna go into a lot of detail on how to make. And then this is all of it combined together. So this is the balloons and the pop. So it makes a very nice, clean motion graphics kind of pop, which might be useful in a scene like this. And then I'll just quickly show you the other ones I've made. So this is the second one, variation on that. So there's kind of like sparkles. And then we've got this kind of like, I guess slightly more anime type pop. And then we have balloon 4. It's a bit more like another kind of fireworks type one where we've got the lines coming out, and then we've got some sort of line sparkles as well. And finally the fifth one I made, these sort of nice moon-shaped pops, which are a bit more kind of like mini anime explosions as well, with a little bit of line detail there. And I've also sort of coloured these ones to match the balloon colour. This one almost looks like the actual material of the balloon is popping away. So with that, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail later with the balloons 2, 3, 4 and 5. But for now, we're going to focus on the first pop as an introduction to shape layers. As you can see in here, in pop 1, it's just one shape layer. Everything is just happening on one shape layer. And if I press U, it will show me the keyframes. So it's just quite nice, simple keyframes. You don't need to, if I just show you the balloons comp slightly, if I expand this, there's quite a lot going on in here and there's pre-comps and things. So feel free to explore that in your own time. I'm not going to be covering how I animated all this stuff, but it's all pretty straightforward. So once you've got to grips with After Effects, go ahead and have a look at how I've made this. It's all fairly straightforward. The most tricky thing was getting the wiggling string underneath the balloons. Everything else is just a shape layer animated at different speeds and things like that. Great, so that's the balloon template and ultimately what we'll be integrating our pops into. In the next lesson, we'll be looking at the After Effects interface, basically what you see when you open it up for the first time. So I'll see you there.